So this week, so they're on rail. They got me on dump work, and I'm the only day cab there. We've had one, two, three, about four drivers. I'm the only one with a day cab doing a local job. Kind of weird how that works out. So Monday. So anyways, before we can get to that, so basically what I'm doing is I'm going to a military base, hauling out contaminated soil that's supposed to have asbestos in it. And some people might know, but it's the old Ravenna armory. They used to make munitions for World War II, maybe World War I. I don't know. They used to make the bullets, and I think they even made the shells for the battleships and all that, the Navy. So back in the day, that was a real happening base. And until recently, it almost seemed like it was abandoned. I don't know what they were really doing with it, over the years, but now it's some sort of a joint training facility, and it's kind of cool, I guess. I've been on another military base years ago, and they're like a big city, kind of. But this one is like a jungle. I can't really describe it. It's like everywhere you go, it's nothing but woods. So you got occasional building here and there, and I think all the manufacturing was on the east side. So, anyhow, I remember reading a while back an article saying there was a possibility of asbestos being dumped there or something. I don't remember. I would have to look it up. But anyhow, I guess the EPA came out, and here we are. So anyways, they lined my dump bucket for me. They put 3 liners in there and load me, and they basically turned the liners into a big bag. They glue the bags and the whole 9 yards. Put my bows back in and send me on my merry way. I just tarp it. That's it. Easy work, but makes for a long day. Take it to a landfill, they dump it and bury it. It's interesting what they bury in a landfill, So anyhow, Monday I get there, and this guy, we name him Lunchbox. Reason why we call him Lunchbox is because one day he had to do a number 2, and he did it in his lunchbox, which sometimes you have to have a situation like that. But normally we don't talk about cleaning the lunchbox out and reusing it. Hence why we call him Lunchbox. I can never look at him the same way ever again. Because if I had to do that, then you better believe that thing would be in the trash. I don't care how much cleaning you do. Yeah. Very strange individual. Anyhow, to get on the base, you got to be on the list. He wasn't on the list, and apparently he couldn't get on the list. So I find that very interesting, because he has hazmat. You have to go through FBI background check and all that. So I'm kind of curious. I don't know. I want to call him and ask. So, yeah. To get hazmat, you have to get fingerprinted and background check. Now, this isn't hazmat. According to them, it's not hazmat. So, we don't have to be placard. You don't need a hazmat license. I was just saying that I know he has hazmat because we've hauled hazmat together. So anyway, that's, yeah, so what can you do? And of course, everyone else has an auto tarp but me. Heaven forbid, the laziest fat man around here with a fucked up knee has to roll a tarp, has to climb in the bucket with a fucked up knee, knock bows out, whole 9 yards. What I find very interesting too is I don't know if I should even say this, but something I've noticed that, how do I say this politely? There's a hierarchy. All the white guys are in a vehicle, and all the black guys are doing the hard labor. So I noticed that, you know. And I kind of think they're felons because just the way they talk, I don't know. Which I respect, you know. I respect that, you know. And they're trying to get by or whatever. But, yeah, I just thought that's just interesting, you know. I don't know, one of them's operating a heavy machine, you know. Just strange. The reason why I say my interactions will make me think that is what they say. Yes, sir. You know, very polite, you know, and I don't know. Maybe they are polite, you know. See, my cousin had a felony, and it made his life a living hell finding work. So, and when I worked at a pizza shop, you know, they ask you if you had a felony, and you answer, and all they do is they take your application and crumple up and throw in a trash can. You know, growing up used to be you pay your dues and you go on your merry way, but in reality, it's not. So, I respect them, you know. But yeah, I just noticed the hierarchy. Kind of not cool, but you know, hey, whatever. It is what it is, I guess. What can you do? So, anyways, that's been my week. Hasn't really been a whole lot going on since the door. Nothing really spectacular to really report on, I guess. Kind of hard to make content when there's really nothing going on. Nothing spectacular. So, possible return of one of the people that quit and roll off. So I'm not sure when he's going to return. The economy's still crappy from this COVID shutdowns, and I don't know. I don't know. Kind of feel we're not the only trucking company, but I feel like we're scraping pennies. That's what it feels like. You've been in this industry long to know, you kind of pick up on that sort of stuff. I know the owner, he had a hiatus for a while. I don't know, spent time with his wife or what, but came back and he was not happy with how the company's going. And we're having troubles hiring people. Got bad word of mouth right now. Top of it, I guess apparently the schools are training people that can only drive an automatic. I didn't even hear of this, but apparently there's a restriction now that these people are being taught automatics and they can't drive stick, so they have some sort of a stick restriction on their license. So when you drive test them or whatever in the applications, we can't hire them or even check them out because they have that restriction. They have to drive an automatic. So the last few trucks the company's been buying were automatics. But I don't know. I don't understand how that works because, granted, the major like long haul companies, yeah, they got automatics, but I'm gonna say 90% of local, it's gonna stick. So it's weird how this industry's going. And plus, no one can find anyone that wants to work. They don't want to put the hours in, you know. I find it insulting because, like, me and this other guy were talking, you know, we went over the road when we started. We had to put our time in to get a job like this. These people coming out of school and going right in the local. No experience. And I know people get upset or whatever, but there's experiences you learn going out living in a truck for like a month at a time. I can't, I don't know, without going in full discussions, but they think it's hard now. Try living in a truck for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Whole different ballpark. And that's just kind of how it is, I guess, now. Things are changing. Everyone's desperate for work. It used to be it was insurance that wouldn't cover it. So I'm guessing these companies must be paying out of the ass for insurance for these new drivers. I'm surprised there's not a whole lot of wrecks, to be honest with you. But times change and everything else changes. See what happens, I guess. Well, that's my week report, I guess. Peace.